A high refresh AMOLED, Dimensity 1300, a flagship grade primary camera, 80 watts SuperVOOC charging. The specs seem interesting here. So what has Oppo actually done? Well, let's first get the unboxing out of the way and then take a close look. Hey guys, Ash here from C4eTech, and if you do end up liking what you see, thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that bell icon if you haven't yet, and let's get started. This here's the Nord 2T's box. Let's get rid of the plastic. OnePlus has included a handy pull tab. Opening up the box, we are greeted by a black insert. This one houses a soft case, a SIM tool, a Nord card with a small greeting from OnePlus. You can pause if you want to read through it. Then we have a quick start guide alongside the safety information booklet. Next up, there's the Nord 2T itself. Let's get it out of its cover. Peel the sticker off. And I'll also remove the screen protector to get a better look at the screen. Turning it on and setting it aside as it boots up, we next have the red cable, Type A to Type C, followed by a 80 watt SuperVOOC charger. Now this is an upgrade from 65 watts on the Nord 2. So okay, that's pretty much it for the box contents, and now it's time to take a closer look at the Nord 2T itself. First, let's start with the built-in design, because this is where Oppo's made the most changes. I really like the in-hand feel. The back is glass and feels just like the OnePlus 10 Pro with that fine feel on touch, the shimmering microcrystals to the back. Come to think of it, the Nord 2T is actually more comfortable to hold in use than the 10 Pro. I think these days, this kind of form factor, phones with 6.4-inch displays, now this is the best we can expect with respect to holding comfort given how big screens are getting. Now, despite the glass back, they've managed to keep the weight down to 190 grams. The battery capacity also remains unchanged since the Nord 2 at 4500 mAh. Now to the back here, it's got this weird looking camera array. To me, it looks like there was supposed to be another camera that ended up getting cut out. That said, I am happy with what's on offer, which is pretty much the same we got the last time around. A 50 megapixel primary Sony IMX766 that's paired with a f1.9 lens that has optical stabilization, an 8 megapixel ultra-wide as secondary paired with the f2.2 lens, and the third, I guess, is a 2 megapixel depth sensor to make up numbers. The images still seem great, just as on the Nord 2. The IMX766 is the sensor we've been seeing on phones that are a lot more expensive, like the OnePlus 10R, the Realme GT Neo 3, the GT2 Pro, the Xiaomi 12, hell, even the Oppo Find X5 Pro. So given we are getting that here on a mid-ranger, I don't really mind the fact that they didn't upgrade the optics on this mid-cycle refresh. Now coming back to the build, the sides are still plastic with the placements also unchanged. We have the power button and alert slider to the right, the secondary mic is up top, volume keys to the left, and finally at the bottom we've got the primary microphone, the USB Type-C port, and a SIM tray which can take 2 SIMs and has a rubber grommet, though I don't see OnePlus offering an IP rating. The earpiece up top also doubles as a secondary speaker, so we do get stereo output and it's loud. Now beneath the earpiece to the left, there's a 32 megapixel selfie camera. This one's paired with a f2.4 lens, same as the Nord 2, and it seems to do well. Images, as you can see, are detailed with rich colors, and of course it supports face unlock, which was pretty quick. The other biometric option is buried underneath the display. The optical fingerprint scanner here is also quite as quick. Now coming to the display itself, no surprises, we have a 6.43-inch Fluid AMOLED panel with a Full HD Plus resolution. It looks great, colors are punchy, and the viewing angles are flawless. It also seems bright enough to not pose issues outdoors. At this point, since the phone's not been officially launched yet, I don't have confirmation on what Gorilla Glass version they're using, but since the Nord 2 had Gorilla Glass 5, I'm gonna guess Gorilla Glass 5. Now, before we move on, a quick shout out to our video sponsor, Meze Headphones. Meze has been making premium audiophile grade headphones for over 2 decades now. Their latest launch in collaboration with Renaro is the Meze Lyric. It looks beautiful, sounds spacious, warm and lush. Despite being closed back, the sound's pretty wide. If top shelf closed back planar goodness is something that interests you, you need to check out the Meze Lyric. For more information, click the link in the description below. Coming back under the hood, here the 2T has technically received an upgrade. It is powered by the newer 6nm MediaTek Dimensity 1300 SoC and is paired with 8 or 12 gigs of LPDDR4X RAM alongside 128 or 256 gigs of UFS 3.1 storage, some of which can be repurposed to RAM if need be. Now the Dimensity 1300 seems to be nearly identical to the 1200 on the Nord 2. Looking at MediaTek's spec sheet, I don't see any changes with clocks or whatever, and this is reflected in synthetic benchmark scores. So it looks like we've got a fine-tuned version of the 1200 and MediaTek decided to give it a new name for marketing purposes. From my research, all I've managed to find is that the 1300 comes with HyperEngine 5.0 instead of 3.0, so maybe gaming should be a tad better. Anyways, by this point, what we do know is that the 1200 performs really well, about as well as the Snapdragon 870. So expect the Nord 2T to perform as well as flagship phones from 2 years back, which is not a bad thing, right? I mean, for years we've been saying, why don't brands just use older flagship chips instead of mid-range chips, which aren't that good, and now it's finally happening. The few games I tried, they did play really smooth without any issues. From a software perspective, the Nord 2T runs on Oxygen OS built atop Android 12, and given the 90Hz refresh, everything felt buttery smooth. Oxygen OS staples like Shelf and Zen mode are also present and accounted for. The user experience is fine. Now, Oppo's largely stuck to a if it ain't broke MO with the 2T. We still get a strong processor paired with a nice compact build that feels great since it does share the finish of its more expensive sibling. The cameras remain largely untouched, and we get a newer version of Android out of the box with a slightly faster charger. Now, if they can keep the price unchanged from what the Nord 2 is selling at, I think this would be a decent mid-cycle refresh. But realistically though, what I do expect Oppo or OnePlus or whatever, what I expect them to do here is silently hike the price a little. I expect them to launch it at the same price as the Nord 2, but remove the 6128 option that we actually got with the Nord 2. So I expect the price of entry for the 2T to be a little higher. Shouldn't make a difference for markets like Europe, where the 6128 never launched, but for the Indian consumer, this could mean a silent price hike, which I have mixed feelings about. Anyways, we'll talk more about the price and a lot more in the full review after the prices are officially announced. No point spending more time speculating, right? Anyways, what do you guys think? Do you feel Oppo's done justice to the Nord branding on the 2T? Do you feel it's a good offering? Do you feel it's way too similar to the Nord 2? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And with that, we are at the end of this quick little unboxing and hands-on. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt about the video. Subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that bell icon if you haven't yet. And thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4 eTech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.